Alrighty, looks like we got adventures and base today. What's happening here? So there's more or less no draw. Magpie can technically increase your hand size if it reveals a treasure, but that's only drawing treasures. You could turn that into drawing actions by playing a bunch of magpies, drawing treasures, and then using dungeon to discard the treasures and draw into actions. That sounds a bit convoluted. For villages, the only village is Throne Room. Trashing, we have Sentry and Ratcatcher. And then plus buy, there's Bridge Troll, Messenger, and no other gains except Bureaucrat and Gain Silvers. I don't think the lack of draw is actually a big problem here. Bridge Troll is very strong payload. You can play a bunch of these. That's almost always going to be the thing to do. Like Bridge, but even better, because you only have to play it every other turn, and you get the cost reduction on both that turn and the next turn, so it's much easier to get 7 of these in play and buy all the provinces. So, goal is play about 3 Bridge Trolls per turn. I would think probably, so you want to get Sentry ASAP. I think probably Magpie Silver. You had Messenger and distribute something. I think Messenger might be a little bit more considerable if you had the 3/4 as player 2, because then you buy Messenger, you distribute a second valuable card like a Silver or a Magpie, and then your opponent has already shuffled their deck for turn 3 by your turn 2, and so the Silver is going into your second shuffle, but not theirs. Whereas I'm player 1, and it's my turn 1, so for a lot of reasons, the benefit would be more symmetrical if I bought Messenger now. Yeah, I think just Magpie. Silver, probably. Silver Dungeon also would have been a good consideration. I think that'd be my second pick. But kind of splits the difference with Magpie Dungeon. I think that's a little bit less likely to hit 5, but it's 2 cards you want more than Silver later. So if it hits 5, you're happy about that. Already got my Sentry. Well, I think I want training here on Magpies. I got 2 of them down there. I think probably your second 5 generally ought to be a second Sentry. You do want to get thin here, given the lack of draw. But this hand was not going to hit 5. Putting training on Magpies, I think, means I'm likely to hit 5. And I'm going to take the Sentry 1 turn late. Ooh, hello there. Goodbye. Bridge Troll time, I would say. Looks like Bot has the right idea and is keeping pace pretty well. Maybe is even ahead. They have 2 Sentries, they have 2 Bridge Trolls. Oh no, I have 2 Sentries, they have 2 Bridge Trolls. They also have a bunch of throne rooms. I think I want to. I think I'd rather throw on the Bridge Troll. I could draw the throne room and use it on Sentry or Magpie if I wanted to. I think the most valuable target is Bridge Troll, and I think I'm very likely to find it between all of these cards that are currently in my hand. Well, as I say that, what's that bottom card? Okay, it's a third Magpie, I'm fine. If it were a treasure, then I'd only be 50% likely to draw the Bridge Troll. Given that it's Magpie, I'm 100% to draw the Bridge Troll, because there's Magpie on top, I just play the Magpie and still draw. I'm fine. Okay. I should probably take a dungeon at this point. Another Bridge Troll. Another Throne Room. Maybe just one more Throne Room. Oh my. The bot has a lot of throne rooms. Oh my god, the piles. Magpies pile themselves out. Virtual's at 4. Uh, bot, are you sure you wanted to do that? Seems like quite the risk to me. I'm not even gonna trash these, am I? Like, what if I just leave them on top and draw? I don't think. Well, I don't think I need the money. I guess it's a good reason to trash them. If I draw my deck, everything's gonna cost like 0. Um. mm, mm, mm. Actually, let's go ahead and trash this. I would have needed it if I had more treasures in my hand. Actually, I'll leave it on top, I think. I don't need the effect for next turn, I don't think, because I don't think there is going to be a next turn. So I'm just going to get rid of it. But I think it makes more sense to keep it on top. Mm. I didn't need to do that, but it is uh, worth paying attention to Messenger's effect. This effect is helpful for piling out. Your first buy of the turn, you can distribute 2 cards. So with 1 buy, I reduced the bridge control pile by 2. If I were otherwise short on buys, that could have mattered. Okay, yeah, so that wasn't even close to being safe. The bot gets really reckless with piles sometimes and just lowers things super aggressively, which is a good way to win if your opponent duds. Like there was no reason to count on me dudding there. My deck was fairly thin. I had sentries and magpies on a dungeon. I think the bot was in an all right spot as far as the bridge troll split and the throne room split goes, and then it just did not play around the pile out at all. Well, I'll take that.